I like Gareth. I've liked her for a while. I've 120 her twice, completely maxed everything I could. I use her a lot, I own her in real life, about as much as I can reasonably do. So, you would expect me to be excited about the announcement of a summer version of her. Well, yeah, but actually, no. Summer Gareth was the first time I became apprehensive about summer service as a concept. But why is that? Well, I guess one thing I should note is what exactly I like about Gareth to begin with. She's cute, both personality and appearance. She's puppy. She wears a helmet and has armor. And she has a gun lance. And she has unique gameplay with her taunt counter. And she's pretty easy to obtain. So, to see how well Summer Gareth holds up, we could just use this same list. Well, is Summer Gareth cute? Yes, absolutely. She's still as cute and sweet as ever, in design and in story. Hell, she's even more puppy, given she has a dog now. Speaking of cute, her second ascension, while cute, kinda just looks like her pajama underwear, as though she forgot to wear clothes before leaving. She also kinda looks goofy, holding a big-ass sword while wearing that. I appreciate the Ghosts and Goblins reference, though. Next, the helmet, armor, gun lance part. Well, let's look at her third ascension. No helmet, no gun lance, some armor, I guess. She also just kinda looks like a make-believe superhero, which is cute, but she kinda loses some of her cool factor. Her change of hairstyle is also notable. But for now, I'll just be using her first ascension. There's nothing crazy about her design, but nothing here is particularly bad. Then comes her gameplay. See, back when the reveal came out, I was speculating what she could be. She's a lifeguard, maybe she's a defensive support, maybe she's a rider or an archer. You can imagine my reaction upon learning she was in fact a limited 4-star AoE Buster Saber. The most basic, overused archetype in the Saber class. But look, in her kit she has a 50% Buster up, 30% attack up, battery, star bomb, even targetable cuts. Yeah, counterpoint. See, the thing about Summer Gareth is that despite her kit, she does the literal worst damage out of all AoE Buster Sabers in the game. Hell, even NP5 Jason can beat her if she's at NP1. It's a bit rough when even Saber Lily can usually perform just as well, and while also being way more accessible, even if Gareth has more sustained damage than her. Another thing about her kit is that her 20% battery does not let you VVO with her, while Siegfried and Salter can farm like that just fine. Not to mention the 5-star options that are arguably easier to obtain than Summer Gareth. Sure, she could do some stupid shenanigans with double Oberon and Summer Chloe, but that just leaves her inherently worse than her competition. And the things that made regular Gareth need to use, her taunt counter gimmick, just gone. I wonder what happened to it. But honestly, it just feels so unfair that Gareth is the literal only unit in this summer event and the next summer event to be this unfortunate. Literally every other 4-star has a more interesting kit than her, even if they aren't particularly amazing, like Summer Bargus. And while yes, her kit is functional, it doesn't function any better than any other option that's easier to get and easier to use. And I have to wonder, how did that happen? I believe Gareth is a poor mismatch of Gawain, Mordred, and Lancelot. She tried to be all of them and failed to live up to any of them. She wanted to be Gawain, she should have had 3 Buster cards and committed a bit more to just Buster crits. If she wanted to be Mordred, she should have been more farming oriented. Maybe have a 30% battery, maybe have some refund on NP. And if she wanted to be Lancelot, she should have just been in AoE arts and also have more crits. Seriously, if she was AoE arts, I probably wouldn't even make this video. There's only like 6 AoE arts sabers compared to the 12 AoE busters. If she was arts, and she had her buster ups and arts up swapped, she would genuinely be a pretty notable looping art saber. And she would actually work with the servant that she released in a banner with. But no, let's add another buster saber and make Narrow Looper, somehow. I think I know what they were trying to do, but god, they didn't do it well. I genuinely think she is currently one of the least useful sabers in the game. The most unique thing she does is set a 3-turn sun on a skill, which is longer than Gawain's and easier to set than Ozzy's. So, I do think it's maybe possibly reasonable to use Gawain and Vargas with Summer Gareth, as Gawain's recent MP buff gives him a reason to want Sun for more than one turn, and Vargas can't set her own. Issue is that Gareth provides little else in terms of support. She kinda got some stars, that's it. Zhongju, though perhaps inconsistent, can easily provide the terrain alongside much more support. Hell, Ozymandias and Gawain both set Sun and give better offensive support than Gareth, with their charisma and, in Ozzy's case, a team-wide battery and crit up, while also being better damage dealers. So in the end, Summer Gareth tragically has no real reason to ever be used. So, how'd I fix her? Well, I think there's two main options for her. One is to commit more as a farmer, and the other is to commit more as a support. Something like multi-core. The boring route is farmer, where they give her a 30% battery and some more buffs to patch up her damage. For example, they could make her attack up ramp and last 3 turns every time she NPs. Or they could do something insane and pull Assaulter. But I doubt they're doing that ever again. The other route, which is my preferred route, is making her more supportive. Make her bust her arts up team-wide, give her team-wide charge, give her team-wide crit, something that would make me want to use her instead of her alternatives. I would love to use her in a team with Gawain or Vargas or Ozzy or something, just something usable in multi-core even. But for now, she's stuck as being one of the most forgettable units in the game. Alright, so this is the part where I'm supposed to just like give a positive ending to the video, but no, I have some specific gripes with her that I want to go over. I want to express just how upset she made me when she first came out and I first looked at her kit and animation stuff. Okay, first of all, her third skill, on attack she applied a 300 damage burn. Why? What is this for? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't synergize with anything in her kit. It doesn't do anything. And look, it doesn't even really make sense because look, her third skill is the same name as her NP. So what they easily could have done is just make her NP have a 1k burn for no reason. And then maybe her third skill might have been slightly better. I don't know. It's just, why does it burn? It doesn't do anything. The only use I've gotten out of this is like, wow, I can use my MLB Honey Lake with Summer Gareth without giving her burn command codes. Great. Wow, what a great use. And it's not like I'm going to use Summer Gareth with any of the burn units. Like, I'm not going to use Summer Gareth with Kiyohime or Yang Wei Fei. Why would I do that? Then there's her animations. Look, they're cute. I like them. Some of them are satisfying. But I'm a little bit peeved that nothing changes across all the Ascensions. I would at least want something to change for her third. But no, they're all the same. She throws the frisbee for in the third Ascension too. Okay. And then her NP animation is just spinning. Yay. And she is so useless compared to her competition. When she came out and I learned she was AoE Buster Saber, I actually had to change some of my plans. Because fun fact, before she came out, Ibuki Doji was going to be one of my main rails on my account. But she's also AoE Buster and also just way better than Gareth. But like, my account has like every AoE Buster Saber option that's good for farming except Salter. I have all of the other sabers, like I have Altera, I have Mordred, I have Artoria, I have Vargas, I have Gawain NP5, I have Siegfried NP5. What on earth am I supposed to do with Summer Gareth added? She doesn't do anything. She doesn't have any use case above anyone else. And I didn't really emphasize how much of just a worse Gawain she is in particular. Because like, yeah, obviously there's Mordred and Lancelot in there too, but it's mostly Gawain. And she is really bad at being Gawain. And god, she was so bad. I just like no longer liked summer events as a concept. She like ripped the joy out of summer events as a concept. That summer in itself ripped a lot of joy out of summer as a concept. Having units I like spread across 3 banners is evil, and then making all of them good except for Gareth is extra evil. And at this point I'm just like, wow, what if a different one of my favorite units gets turned into a dog shit summer unit. I don't want that to happen. I don't want my favorite unit to become some really shitty 4-star summer servant, especially if they do the split rate ups. Like, okay, I might talk about Kaiku Priestess in the future, but I am terrified of going for a 121 because she's on a split rate up. Yeah, because she's on a split rate up with Barghest on the Melu banner. I don't really like Melu that much, and Barghest is nothing impressive. I'm only rolling on that banner for Kaiku Priestess, but it's no pity. I have no guarantee of getting her. I kind of want to 120 her, but it's a summer 4-star. There's no consistency with that. Like, literally, before recording this, I obviously rolled on all 3 banners on an A. Gareth, I got MP3. Wu, I got MP3. Eris, on an alt account, I got MP13. What? Meanwhile, like, I'm struggling to get Gareth and Wu. They're, like, rare, but Eris, I got, like, candy. It's so inconsistent. You can't guarantee anything. I got Scotty before Wu. I got Proto before Gareth. It's just buffing the SR rate didn't even... It helps, but it didn't solve the issue. But it's so hard to go for units that are limited 4-stars because there's just no insurance about them. It's just so unsafe feeling. Not to mention with Gareth's case, she just sucks. She has no real use. I have friends with Grailed Summer Gareths. Some of them just backline her and use other people. Like, it's a Grailed big ol' Summer Gareth. And she's just backlined and they're just a different team with you. On a Lancer farming node even. It's so sad. Oh yeah, sure. I have one friend that's willing to do double Oberon, but then, you know, you can't do that for the 9++. It's so frustrating. Summer Gareth is frustrating. She frustrates me. At least she used to. I've had 2 years to think about it, to deal with it, to get over it, whatever. And yeah, it's alright. I'm probably not going to 120 Summer Gareth. And I've had quite enough of rolling for 4-stars to 120 them. Australia. But even so, she can still be worth something. I mean, look, she still has Cute and Puppy. I still rolled for her anyways. I'm sure plenty of people are going to get her because of Proto Merlin, so, you know, it's alright. So just make sure to appreciate your cute, useless dog. Okay, bye! This video has taken a while to make. I had to rewrite the script several times. I've been really nitpicky about things I say. But hey, if this video does remotely well, I'll get my MP3 Summer Gareth up to NP5, and I'll record it, and I'll upload it, and hell, I'll grail it to 90. At least. We'll see. We'll see.
There we go.